Hello everyone, this is Lolly. Oops, there you go. Welcome back to my channel. I want to show you one of the classes that I took at Creativation 2020. And this was put on by Clover. And it was called Felting and Hand Embroidery. Embellishing with Felting and Hand Embroidery. Now I have felted before. And it's been years since I have embroidered. But we took this class together. My helper, Julie, who is of Three Sisters Sundries, and I went to the class. Make sure there's nothing in there. Okay, they gave us this canvas market bag. And these items. They gave us some patterns and all the goodies in this bag. I'm trying to get it open. So there were some patterns in here, and we chose which pattern we were going to work with, and I decided to go with the cherries. They gave some instructions on embroidery and pin and needle guide. Now I think this is going to be really handy. Look at that. So you can look at all your pins and your needles, and it shows you sizes and how to use them. There are felting tools, embroidery tools, all listed there for us. They gave us this little mesh, so we would trace the pattern here in the mesh. You can almost see a little bit of blue on there still. Then you lay that on the mesh and you trace over it with this water-soluble marker, and it leaves dots. Now I have already wiped my dots off. They come off very easily in just a little bit of water. They gave us some clips to hold down our pattern. They gave us needle threaders. They gave us a set of embroidery needles, a set of beading needles, because you could do beading on your felting if you wished. I didn't get to that point to thinking that would work with my design. They also gave us one of their brand new beading needles. That is really interesting. You just put it into the beads and just keep stabbing up and down, and it will actually load the beads onto the needle for you. And that is just a way of getting the beads transferred to your real thread. Okay, and they gave us the chalk. This is how we traced the design. So we traced the design this way with the chalk, and then laid that down and used that water-soluble marker. So this is a really nice chalk here. And they gave us this, which is a really cute flexible rubber thimble. And it looks like a little flower. And it fits so well. I love that, because the metal ones don't really fit well, but this conforms to your finger, and it's got a little ridge there to stop the needle from sliding out. So I think this is going to be a really helpful thing to have. We did have a 3-needle felting needle, which I had never used before. I had used a single needle, and that takes a lot of work to get your felting done. This was a 3-needle that we'd poke into the felt. It did the work so fast that we used a little cushion under there to do our felting. And then I did embroidery over the leaves and for the stems of the cherry. I'm thinking about whether to get some white roving and add a little bit of highlights on the cherries. I'm not sure at this point. Really happy with how it turned out. I think it's really darling. And I know I will use all these supplies that they gave us. So it was an interesting class. And I don't think Julie had ever done needle felting before. So it was very interesting for her. Well worth the time. And I thought that it was a really interesting class. So it was a positive experience. And I love my tote. And thank you for watching. Make sure you look down below. I'll give you a link to all of the videos related to Creativation 20.